Hey everybody, welcome to Bestie Book Reviews. I'm here with my bestie Mandy.
And I'm here with my bestie, Jessica.
So welcome back to Romance School. So for today's class, we are doing Taboo Reads. So buckle up, Buttercup. It's going to be a interesting one. So before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We do give away free books on our channel and you want to be a part of that, so make sure you do that. Okay, so now we're really getting into the nitty-gritty when it comes to romance. I think it's just going to kind of go darker and darker from here, but Taboo, you love Taboo.
I do. It's my trope.
It's a good trope. I looked up the definition and then we can talk about it a little bit more. So let me just read to you what this says. So a taboo romance is a love connection between characters that in the eyes of others should not be together. It is a relationship that goes against the norms set by the society in which people are living. Examples of taboo relationships include doctor-patient, priest-layperson, older person, younger love interest, student-teacher, incest, and a single person being involved with a divorced person or a married person, I guess is what they didn't even have that in there. So that's just kind of what is being said here. So I think for the most part, yeah, it's that taboo aspect. Like these people shouldn't be together because, you know, they're related or there's a huge age gap. He's her boyfriend's dad.
Okay, let's just get started with our examples.
Mandy's going to start. Did you order these in any certain way?
I ordered mine. So these aren't necessarily, my first one is not necessarily one of my favorite taboos. The other ones are all definitely favorites of mine. But my first one, I picked it because it's more light taboo. So for the purpose of Romance 101 School, if you were wanting to just dabble in taboo, this would be where you would start.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know how you dabble in taboo. So mine just start right off the bat. So
apparently, well, I will explain how to dabble.
Yeah, apparently, if you want to dabble, Mandy's the dabble. So, okay, you go ahead and go.
So to dabble in taboo, you could start off with Katie Roberts' My Dad's Best Friend. So this is about Blake, who is running her dad's company. Her dad has recently retired and she's really trying to make a name for herself. Jonas used to work for the company, but he has also left and has moved out of state. So she flies up to his house to try and convince him to come work with one of her clients that are requesting him and him only. And she doesn't want to lose this account, so she goes up there to ask him. The problem being is that a while ago at a company party, she got a little brave and kissed him, and he did not reciprocate that. So is this taboo because it's her dad's best friend? She is an adult. She's in her 20s. They are both well established. So it's not as taboo as other things, but it's still one of those taboo moments because her dad probably doesn't want to see his daughter with his best friend.
Right. Okay, so in that regard, that's kind of like the book that I have where it's taboo, but nobody's related, I guess. That's how we're going to go with that one. So, okay. So my first book is called Two Wrongs by Kimberly Carrillo. So this is about Ren and Griffin. So Ren is married in the beginning of this book and she is getting ready. It's their anniversary and she's made an anniversary dinner for her husband, but he does not come home. And she is, you know, where the heck could he be? And so she calls her father-in-law, who her and her father-in-law do not have a very good relationship. She swears him down. The father-in-law hates her. But she calls up her father-in-law and says, I can't find him. You know, help me find him, please. And so they go driving around and they actually find him at like a parking point, an overlook, having sex in the car with somebody else. So she leaves him, but she can't quite leave him. He's done some shady things where she's kind of stuck where she's at. She can't quite go. And so she tends to like go to her father-in-law now for things that she needs. And the reason why she thought he hated her is because he's always been attracted to her. And so he has treated her fairly coldly. And so, but as she starts to depend on him more, things start to happen. So this is taboo because not only is it a 19-year age gap, but it is also her husband's dad. So there you go. They're both adults. She's in her 20s.
See, that's dabbling in taboo.
Yeah. Yeah, so these are safe places to start.
So I'm not sure what you were saying, that you don't know how to dabble in taboo. That's
I do know how to dabble. It's just, the rest are interesting. Okay. What's your next taboo? Okay.
All right. So my next book is called Beautiful Monster by Sarah Kate. This is like one of my favorite books. And Sarah Kate is very well known for her Salacious Players Club. And this is one of the lesser known books that she's written. But to me, this is like one of the best books. So make sure you check this out. It's very good. It's age gap, which is where we get our taboo from, because Sunny is just graduated from high school, and she lives with a mom and her older sister who spend all of their time trying to attract men. They have parties, and Sunny's just, it's kind of not a safe situation for Sunny at times. And Alex is this rich playboy who moves in next door. Actually, it's like backyard neighbors. And he moves in because he's trying to just get his life a little bit back on track because of his playboy ways. And he sees what's going on next door, and he sees unwanted male attention towards Sunny. And it really bothers him that her mom encourages it, even though Sunny's trying to like shut it down because they're always having these parties and things. And he gets tired of it, and he walks over and befriends Sunny and basically intervenes on her behalf. And he hires her to paint a mural in his pool house. And from there, things start to escalate between the two of them. This is very low angst, but it's beautifully written. It's a wonderful story. It definitely has taboo aspects, and you definitely feel the forbidden aspect as the two of them are trying to navigate their feelings for each other. Age gap is like my favorite, but only when there's like this draw for them to be together, but there's outside forces trying to keep them apart because of this taboo aspect. So definitely read it.
Okay. So I think my next book, the taboo aspect depends on you personally. And because our hero is a priest. So if you're Catholic, it might be a little bit more taboo than it is if you're not. But it's very taboo. He is the headmaster and she is a student. So it is also teacher student. But this is the story of Tinsley and Father. I always want to say it's Magnus. I always want to say Mangus, but it's Magnus. And so Tinsley is 18 and she is caught by her mother having certain relations with a boy. And so she needs to stay pure for an arranged marriage in the family. The family is a crime affiliated. And so she is sent to this Catholic boarding school. They're not even Catholic, but they send her to a Catholic boarding school. And that is where she meets Father, seriously, I have to keep looking, Magnus. And she just kind of bucks the rules from day one, which gets her a lot of punishments from, again, the hot father. And he was a billionaire. Like he was a self-made billionaire. And about 10 years before the book starts, he gave everything up because of something that happened and became a priest. And so he has some very dark desires. And he's never been tempted by a student until Tinsley comes along. And so it's taboo in the regards of this is her teacher. It's also her priest. So plus the age gap. So you're getting a little bit of everything there. But I love Pam Godwin for a lot of stuff. And she did so good with this one. I didn't care for Priest by Sierra Simone. I was actually bored, and that's one that you hear a lot about. But this one did it for me. So Okay.
So my next taboo read is called Torn by Carrie Ann Cole. Now, in this book, we have Dad's Best Friend, which is way different than the first book I recommended. So let's talk about why this is so much more taboo. Kinsey is born to teenage parents, as in they are 15 years old when she is born. Their best friend is Tor. Tor lives with them. He helps them raise Kinsey. They are both rock stars. They tour the world. He often stays back. He stays home sometimes with just Kinsey. And so he has been raising her literally since she was born. And her parents are like his best friends in the whole wide world. They are his family. When she gets to be about 16, 17, some things in their relationship start to change a little bit, but nothing inappropriate happens. So I just want to say that, in my opinion, nothing inappropriate happens until she is of age. And Tor makes, like, I mean, Tor, I feel like Tor is a really good guy. Okay. Just going to say that. So he's not out there being naughty or anything. But when she reaches 18, so the book is told kind of in flashbacks, and it'll be like Kinsey how old and Tor how old. So you kind of see the progression of their relationship through the years. And really you see connections between them that just really solidify the strength of the relationship that they will eventually have. And so when she turns 18, things begin to change in their relationship. But her dad, Asher, is his best friend still. There's like a huge level of betrayal for him because he's raised her. So there's so many aspects of the taboo part in this story, and it is so incredibly angsty, but it's very, very well written. So if you think that the age thing is going to bug you, skip this taboo read. But if you are like, okay, I can give that a try, read it. It's really good.
It is good. It's really good. I liked it too. So, okay. So now we're going to turn up the heat a little bit. I hope you guys are ready. Buckle in. Okay. So my next book, I feel like I have a hair there. My next book is Brutal Intentions by Lilith Vincent. And I've talked about this a few times on our channel, but if you are seeing it for the first time, yay you. Okay. And if you haven't read it yet, do that. So this is about Laz and Mia. So Laz belongs to a crime family. They don't come out and say mafia, but we all know that's the case. To inherit his, or to get his inheritance, he has to be married and he has to produce an heir. And so he marries, he's, forced, it was an arranged marriage situation. He marries Mia's mom. So Mia's mom is in her early 40s. I think Laz is in his late 20s, early 30s. And then Mia is at 17, 18, somewhere in there. I can't remember how old she is, but she's young. So he's kind of in between her and the mom. And he's supposed to get himself an heir, right? But he doesn't want to be with the mom. He wants Mia. And he goes about that. He bullies her quite a bit in the beginning, and he's very mean to her, but he still makes his intentions known. And so this is Laz and Mia's story, and it's hot. He swaps out her birth control for placebos. It is taboo because it's her stepdad. And there's an age gap, but he's her stepdad. Hot stepdaddy, but he's still a stepdad. So.
But she's of age, right?
I believe so. I think she's 18. Okay. I'm 99.99% sure that she's 18. I don't think she's underage in this one. Okay. I know she's still in school, but she's like getting out of school. Like she's about to graduate. Yeah, she has to be 18. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, in my next book, it is very taboo because, whoops.
Woo, hi.
She is not 18.
Okay.
And that is going to be the Off Balance series by Lucia Franco. The first book is called Balance. And I'm just going to read a little tiny snippet from the book. I wanted to kiss my coach, and I was positively certain he wanted to kiss me. It was that simple, only it really wasn't. At 16 and 32, it was anything but simple. So Kova is Ria's gymnast coach. And Ria is wanting to go, she wants to go all the way. She wants to go to the Olympics, and she wants, what is happening?
I don't know.
So Ria wants to go to the Olympics. Like, she is driven and has been training and training and training. And her goal Her goal is to go to the Olympics. She wants the gold medal. And so she has her dad get her into Kova's gym. And Kova at first does not want to train her because he doesn't think she's ready. But she keeps going. So Rhea gets into Kova's gym and she starts training and training and training. And they are spending a lot of time together because she's there from the start of the day to the end of the day. And she's there, I think, like 6, 7 days.
Go.
6 or 7 days a week. So it's intense training, and they're spending a lot of time together. So this is 5 books about Rhea and Kova's relationship as they go through this. And Rhea wants to keep her eye on the prize of that gold medal the whole time. And if anything happens between the two of them, she's risking her gymnastics career. He's risking his career as a coach. Oh, and did I mention he has a significant other?
Yeah.
Probably one of my favorite series.
I just know that series.
So all time, like, it's so consuming.
It was all I did. I think it was over a Christmas break situation. I wasn't working, and for a few days, I was having surgery, so it was a few days there where I did nothing but read those books, and because they're 5 books and they're thick books, and so it just be prepared that if you do this, it will consume you.
I think the first one might be the shortest.
I think there's one in there that's a little bit shorter, I think, when I look at them like on a shelf. All right, so the next book that I have is called Little Stranger, and it is by Lee Rivers. So this one is about, this one's interesting. Okay, so this one is about Malachi and Olivia. So Malachi and Olivia are adopted by the same people. So they're not blood related. They adopt Olivia first, and then they adopt Malachi. Now, both of these kids have come from really horrible backgrounds. Olivia was so little that she doesn't really remember, though. She doesn't remember what her mom had put her through, but Malachi remembers. And so when the book starts out, we are at the airport, and the parents are picking up Malachi. They already have Olivia. They're picking up Malachi, who is a year older than Olivia. And when Malachi gets off the plane and is escorted to the parents, and they're starting to sign, they're filling out paperwork and stuff, Olivia asks him some questions and realizes that he's kind of talking. We're looking at this through the eyes of a 5-year-old. And she's like, it's funny, he just moves his hands. Well, he is mute. He can speak, but he doesn't speak because of the trauma that he's been through. So he uses sign language. And he keeps doing the same sign to her, and she can't figure out what it is. But the sign that he's doing is somehow is rubbing. I can't remember what the sign is for mine, but he's doing mine over and over again. And he claims Olivia. Olivia is his. And so we kind of see little bits of them growing up, and they are always together. They're joined at the hip. He is obsessed with her, and she loves her brother, but they can tell things are a little different between the two of them. Like, there's just, things are different. The parents can see something's a little off. And then when they are in their late teens, some things happen and a relationship happens from there. But he is very traumatized. Malachi is a very dark hero. He's one of those anti-hero type guys. And things are not always as they seem, but it was really good. So good. It's just that they're siblings. They're just adopted siblings, So there's that.
So my next taboo is going to take it all the way because they are siblings and they are blood related.
I know.
Here we go.
Okay.
Hail by Kay Webster. So this is about Riley and Hudson. Riley has had some mental health issues, we'll call it that. She's really kind of struggled. And when their parents die, Hudson kind of gets forced back into her orbit. He's been off at college, kind of doing his own thing. And Riley's always depended on him a little more than he would like. But once their parents die, Hudson kind of feels guilt a little bit, I guess you could say, to how he's kind of always brushed Riley off and not really helped her deal with some of the things that are going on with her mental health. And he starts to play a more active role in her life. And from there, I don't want to give anything away. We already know they're siblings. It's Kay Webster. We know that like the things are going to happen there. But I don't want to talk too much about what leads that into that direction. But I think that's all you need to know. If it makes you uncomfortable, don't read it. We're not here to shame anyone. Like, I give Jessica a bad time about her aliens, but our friendship's on a different level. We're not here to shame anyone. So if this is too taboo for you, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
I read it. I enjoyed it for what it was. But if I'm going to read taboo, I want that angsty age gap taboo. That's where I live.
Yeah.
But we are not like, so if it's just not for you, just don't read it. Like, don't, like, you can draw your lines and you can have your boundaries with your reading. It's totally okay.
So since Mandy just did a Kay Webster, I think it's only fair that we end on a Kay Webster. This to me is like the ultimate taboo. It was one of my first major taboo books. And it is taboo. So this is The Wild by Kay Webster. This is actually the start of a 4-book series. There's different couples in the first 2, and then the 3rd and 4th are a couple, I guess. I haven't read it yet, but Mandy has, and that's how it is. Okay, so this is about Reed and Devin. So there's a tragedy that happens in this family. As I said, in this family. And Reed decides that he is going to move from California to Alaska with his wife and his teenage daughter. And she's 16 when it starts out and then turns 17 while she's there. Or whether they're, I know she's underage. I know she's not 18 yet. And when they get to Alaska, more tragedy happens, which leaves Reed alone in the wilderness with his daughter, where they build a cabin and learn how to survive in the wilderness together, and other things may happen. I know that it sounds really bad. I'm going to tell you that it's not a very long book. It's a great book. Again, things are not always as they seem. You just got to read the book. And, it's written so well. It is done so good that you just, when you're in the middle of it, you're kind of like, am I supposed to be liking this? I don't think I'm supposed to be liking this, but I kind of like this. And then within the last week, audio has just came out from this book, or for this book. So you can listen to the audio. The thing it is with Hale and with The Wild, you have to get these either off of Eden Books or from Kay Webster's website, which is just author kaywebster.com, I think. And you can get them as an ebook. It gets sent through one of the book apps. It gives you the download, or you can order the book from her, but they're banned. Both of these are banned. So you have to get them through the author directly. So there you have it. There are all of our, if you're going to start with taboo, you better start with these ones and then get really into it.
You have homework. So your homework is to give us a comment. Tell us about taboo reads. Do you like taboo reads? Where are you at on the taboo? Are you at the beginning looking at like My Dad's Best Friend, or are you at Kay Webster taboo level? Tell us where you're at with taboo. That's your homework, so make sure you leave us that comment. Also, make sure you check back on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays for new videos from us, and on Wednesdays for Romance 101 School through the rest of this year. Hit that subscribe button and follow us on Instagram for an extra entry into our Road to 1K giveaway.
Great. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Class is dismissed, and we'll see you in the next video.